Hello and good day, welcome to our YouTube channel, God's Promises. And today's video will be a fast, concise overview. Book of Isaiah, chapter 35. Let's get started now. Isaiah 35 is a chapter in the Old Testament of the Bible and is a prophetic message of hope and restoration. It speaks of a time when God will bring about a transformation of the world, including the healing of the sick, the restoration of the land, and the return of the exiles to Jerusalem. The chapter also provides a message of encouragement for those who are suffering, reminding them that God is in control and will one day bring about justice and peace. The chapter begins by describing the transformation of the wilderness and the desert. The desert will bloom and blossom, and there will be streams of water in the dry places. This is a metaphor for the transformation that God will bring about in the lives of His people. Those who have been struggling and suffering will experience a renewal of hope and strength. Isaiah then describes the healing of the sick. The eyes of the blind will be opened, the ears of the deaf will be unstopped, and the lame will leap like a deer. This is not just physical healing, but also spiritual healing. It speaks of a time when people will be released from their spiritual blindness and deafness, and they will be able to walk in faith and joy. The chapter then speaks of the highway of holiness that God will establish. This is a road that will lead the people of God back to Jerusalem. It is a metaphor for the spiritual journey of the people of God. It speaks of a time when they will be united in their faith and will walk in obedience to God's will. The chapter concludes with a message of encouragement for those who are suffering. It reminds them that God is in control and will one day bring about justice and peace. It speaks of a time when all pain and sorrow will be removed, and God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. The message of Isaiah 35 is a message of hope and restoration. It reminds us that God is in control and will one day bring about a transformation of the world. It also reminds us that we need to trust in God's timing and plan, even when we are going through difficult times. We need to be patient and wait for God to work in our lives, knowing that He will bring about healing and restoration in His time. There are several lessons that we can learn from Isaiah 35. The first lesson is that God is in control. No matter how difficult our circumstances may be, we need to trust that God is in control and will one day bring about a transformation in our lives. The second lesson is that we need to be patient and wait for God's timing. Sometimes we want God to work on our timetable, but we need to remember that God's timing is perfect, and He knows what is best for us. The third lesson is that we need to have faith and trust in God's plan. Even when we don't understand why we are going through difficult times, we need to remember that God has a plan for our lives, and He will use our struggles for our good and His glory. In conclusion, Isaiah 35 is a message of hope and restoration. It reminds us that God is in control and will one day bring about a transformation of the world. It also reminds us that we need to trust in God's timing and plan, even when we are going through difficult times. We need to be patient and wait for God to work in our lives, knowing that He will bring about healing and restoration in His time. Thank you for visiting us today. Please share with us your favorite Bible chapter below in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help our channel grow. Looking forward to see you back here for our next video. Always take good care.